To the lunchroom, we have our second guest here in studio, Marcia Henville. Now, Marcia, of course, you're no stranger to radio, to television, to nothing. You all up in the media.
All up.
What is interesting is that Marcia, before she came to Trinidad, was just a writer, correct?
Yeah, I was in England. I was a bum. I didn't do much. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to be a writer, but write what? Write films, write books, write what?
Right.
And I thought, I really didn't know. And I tried my hand at freelancing and sent out a few, articles. One or two of them were published, no big deal. My mother died, and then that was the end of England. I decided to come to Trinidad, and my mother's a Trinidadian, and I came and started here.
You've been to Trinidad before that?
I had been once. Okay. I had been for a holiday, and then I used to come to Playpan every year.
Get on.
With the whole, play with me.
Who used to play with?
Play with me. Trinidad All-Stars.
Hey, she's an All-Stars girl.
I understand.
Right, so you came.
I used to come on for holidays, and this is the Mecca of pan. So if you pay pan anywhere else in the world, this is where you come to test your skills now. To see if you can make it.
You make it?
Right.
You make it?
I'm a double-second veteran. And then I stayed. When she died, I'm an only child, you see. And I lived with my mother alone.
Oh, so that transition was easy.
Well, it was. Easy in the sense that.
Coming from England, that society is so different.
No, that wasn't the transition that was easy. Leaving it was easy. That was because coming to the Caribbean, you're not used to sun, sea, sand, nice guys. Nice you live among your people. White folks don't want you there.
How long did that last? Or is it still? Are you still?
No, I was on the high for probably a year, and then the high. I was like, wait a minute. Why is it that? Can I say, I'm always for real. Why is it only white folks live in some parts of Trinidad and black folks live in others? Why is it only white folks don't live in Lavender? Why is it only black people that are the cleaners?
Right.
I started to work, and then I realized it's not as, I was looking at it through rose-colored glasses. I thought if I came to the Caribbean, I would live in one big melting pot with people who look like me, and they wouldn't say you're an African cool, warm nigger. Go back to where you come from. I would be accepted, and I realized it was completely different. I don't speak like you. I look like you sometimes. Other times they're like, "What the hell are you from?"
Right.
Which she is.
Yeah.
I had my child. At the time I had a stroller. Like, she white because in those days strollers were like it was. I don't eat chenet and pomsy thing.
Is it doubles?
Yeah, just about. Okay. I like Cadbury's chocolate and crisps.
Right. But you settled yourself enough here where now you have your own production company.
I'll be fast forward.
Fast forward. Because it's limited time we have, and there's plenty of things I want to touch on. And I know you want to clear the air on some things too.
No, you want me to clear the air. I didn't want to clear the air.
Okay, all right, fine.
You want me to clear the air.
Fast forward. You have your own production company.
Yes, I do.
You're married. You have 2 kids here in Trinidad also.
Yes.
You've been part of not only the story about Wendy,
which is as talent, an actress.
As an actress.
The indefatigable Sean Hodgkins. I have to say nice things, because he's here. No, but he's a darling, yes.
Right.
And
sorry,
I'm
and
a producer
part as a producer, right.
On Traffic. Also with that boy.
You've been on various television programs, stations, and programs.
Yeah, I was at TV6, I was at Gill.
Till you have a show of your own.
Yes.
Point Blank. And what I want to know, what inspired Point Blank?
What inspired Point Blank is what inspired On Guard, which was at Gill. Gill was a very embryonic kind of place. You would start there. Many of us have passed through, including Sean. So you passed through?
No.
You're one of the few.
No.
Right? So all of us passed through Gill. You did? You see? Everybody. So you either start off as a cameraman, technical side, or as a presenter. And because Gill is very community, and very much about the people, there'd be things that would happen and we would be asked to respond to them.
Right.
I don't know, it could be that somebody's house was falling down. Something that none of the other stations really care about. They care about it now.
Right.
Right? Because they realize that there is, people want to see themselves. They want to see, but other than that, no one cared. I love TV6, they didn't care. And all the other stations didn't care about the regular folk. Gill did. So we'd go and respond to somebody's house falling down. And then we realized, but wait a minute.
It's more than that.
There are people in this community, they're not going to school. Why are the children going to school? We in the media don't care about those things because the editor tells you, where's the Prime Minister, go and do that story, or where's the Minister of Finance, but we don't care about the ordinary people's stories, and Gill did, and it morphed from there. In 2007, Kerwin Fresh Phillip from The Harp died. He was a community person.
Yeah. Fresh, yeah.
Right? Yeah, and I was intrigued by this whole gang banging. I call it gang banging. I was intrigued because when I first came here, I didn't realize the levels. I didn't realize it existed.
And to what extent it existed?
Yeah, and so I had a friend though who said to me, Marcia, I witnessed a murder and my brother was killed as a result of it and I'm going to be killed. And I didn't believe. I was like, what? Because I'm from a country where you don't even see a gun.
Yeah.
Do you know, you don't see guns in England. So I'm like, what? So I was confused. And then he was murdered. But I still didn't understand how rife killings were and how dread this bottom line is, this ground, this thing called the ground. So by 2007, I was fully acquainted now with what happens on the streets and all of that. So when Fresh died, I'm like, I have to look at this. We don't talk about this. We don't talk about...
You need to get in on it.
Gang leaders. Who's
Right.
a gang leader? We don't talk about gang leaders and we don't talk about their influence. We don't talk about the children who get caught up. And we don't talk about the children who carry guns and therefore don't go to school and they become the next generation of killers. We prefer to be like this. We want to live in our gated communities, yeah.
Now you're in your second season of Point Blank.
Well, I'm in my second season for this year.
Right.
Point Blank has been in existence since 2012, the beginning of 2012.
So my point is though that you are in it now. It
Oh, yes,
started
yes,
off with
yes.
one thing and now you are in it. You are speaking to these community leaders, you are speaking to the people on the ground, you are getting into all these stories. Things that a lot of people are not going to do because they are fearful. I want to know what is your approach to it? Why are you not, because we can say this, you are not afraid to go out and get the information and go out to the people.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because I think people think if you care about people enough, they will see that you care about them. I go there with no axis to grind, no agenda. I'm coming there to tell your story. Wherever the chips fall, they fall. If you're a gunman and you have your gun in your waist, that's fine. I'm not coming there to judge you. I don't care.
Right.
I mean, I care.
Yeah.
But
you don't care of the judgment and the labels.
Because you see, in what we do, we need to know how not to be judgmental. So you can have your views on homosexuality.
Yeah.
But if you're doing a program on homosexuality, I'd like to think that your views don't come out.
Right.
Unless asked. Do you
Right.
understand?
Yes.
It has to be objective.
Yes. Yeah.
And wherever the chips fall, that's where the chips fall. They are grateful for a voice.
So you've been getting a good response from them?
I have. I really love the people in the hood. I swear to God I do, because I feel so appreciated. Anywhere I go, anywhere. They'll stop a dance and dedicate a song to me.
That's nice.
I want to ask about the response of the other people. Have you seen a change in attitude from the people who live at Westmoreland, Goodwood Park, those people to what you are showing on television?
They've never seen it. They don't know it. And I was shocked. I was like, what do you mean you don't know where the harp is? What do you mean you don't know Observatory? What do you mean you don't know you've never been there? No. And then I thought, well, why haven't you been there? And I thought they have no need to be there.
And they have no need to look at it either. Is that what it's...
I get. You see, we're in our own little world, and I'm not knocking or condemning anybody, because I have friends in high and low places. Sean is in high places.
Sean is in a high place.
Sean is in the back there. I have friends in high and low places, and essentially what I realize is your life, depending which social strata you belong to, it's carved out for you, and never the twain shall meet. So if the Victoria Gardens folks are here and the Harp is here, why am I even bothering with you? And I don't like you anyway, because I see you as being privileged. You have everything and I have nothing, so I don't like you. I want to rob your ass.
Yeah. Continue, smartly enough. It never happened.
Right. But he's now, you see me, I'm afraid of these people on the other, because you don't understand them.
Yeah.
And vice versa, they don't understand.
And vice versa. But okay, so for example, I may go to some companies and I'll say, well, I want to get, quicks or whatever it may be. And they'll be like, yeah, and they're really interested, how else can we help? But they don't know how to forge inroads into that community because they don't know anybody.
Yeah.
And do you know what I mean?
So you act like a bridge then?
To an extent, to an extent. Like, okay, the boy said there's a young man in Zimbabwe who wants to be a musician, and a woman watched the program and bought him a guitar. She doesn't want to meet him.
Right.
Now she doesn't want to meet him, and at first I was like, okay, why don't you want to meet him? I guess it's because I don't. You are the buffer, Marcia. You are the bridge. Yeah. Do you understand?
Tell me also about how you helped. There's a community center that you help
in Zimbabwe.
Yes.
That's the same Zimbabwe story. So why I like what I do is because, as I said, I just show stuff.
Right.
I try to bring solutions, but oftentimes the solutions just come when you show it.
Right.
So we showed the story, these young men in Zimbabwe. I mean, at the time, the killing had gone up again. And I'm like, why are you killing each other? Because I always like to ask, what's the purpose? What are you gangbanging for? Who's profiting? Who's benefiting? There's never usually a reason that you and I would accept, but they would accept it because they've had parents and brothers and sisters who were killed. So they see that it's justified. You and I may not. It's not our parents, it's not our brother and sister. But they were saying, Miss Marcia, we really want to study. You know, we want to do maths, we want to do English, we want to elevate ourselves. We don't just want to be in gangs. We don't want to just want to be in prison. We want to get out of this life, you know, Miss Marcia, but we don't know how. Right. And of course, education has to be a conduit. It has to be the way.
It has to be the way.
So some people watched, maths professors and so on. The Dean of Presentation College fired Ali and my dear friend Raj and Shireen Mohammed, 3 math whizzes who just happened to be watching the program and called me and said, we want to help those people. You would not believe that opened the door. B-Mobile came in with a whole suite of computers as a result of them. YTEPA's coming with courses. They're learning life skills. We got internet for them. When I say we, they, I mean, I'm working with the team, but the internet, it's such a wonderful story. And yes, there are killings in between. And yes, sometimes the classes
stop. But you're making a difference.
But it's made, no, I am, well, I don't say I am, but the program makes a difference because it's not about me, you know. It really isn't about me.
Marcia, we got to go.
You're running me already.
We have to take a break. When we come back, we're going to be eating food from Francie Food. It's salads, and they do a lot of specialty salads. And this one is really, really special. It is? It is. We're going to give all the details when we come back. We're taking a break.
You don't touch meat at all?